Hello everyone, it's Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you one or two of my works in progress, what I'm been up to, and I'm going to do one or two shout outs as well. And what I've been working on at the moment is this. It's another rosebud lace cardigan, and I have the back. Done the back. It's a 40-inch cardigan, and I've got the back done. I'll fold that in half and put it away. That's how far I've got with that. I was at my granddaughter's yesterday, so I didn't really get any done till the night time, but I got the back finished, and I'm on to the left front now, and I've knitted as far as I can, and now I have to do a diagram for to work out where I'm going to put the rosebuds on there. And what I do is, I've shown it before, I do like this sort of thing. I do a diagram sort of like this and work out where to put the rosebuds. That makes it a bit easier, and once I've done the first rosebud I know exactly where every other one goes after that. And that's a little bit, that's my work in progress at the moment. It'll not take us very long to finish this, because it's a lot smaller than the other ones I was doing lately. It was a 50-inch and a 53-inch, which took quite a while because of the number of stitches I have on, and the length. It was extra. They were both extra long as well for what I was doing. So that's one of my little work in progress. And this was one I started before I started that one, but I put it down to do it. I was just doing it, using up my little bits of lace, and I've got the back. It's going to be another little baby's cardigan, and sometimes it's actually mint green, this, but sometimes I think somebody mentioned, I showed a little bit of it when I had just started it, and somebody thought it was blue, but it's not blue, it's actually mint green. The colour doesn't always come true on the from the camera, you know, on the thing. And I've been trying to think of a name for this lace. One or two people had suggested one or two names. It looks what I call like spooky little eyes, so I'm going to call this spooky lace. So if anybody likes that one, it's called spooky lace. And I used to do that one. This was a pattern I used to do on my knitting machine as well as the rosebud one. It's just exactly, it's the rosebud lace, the bottom part of the rosebud lace here, but without the little hole at the top. And it used to be very popular. Everybody used to ask me for this one when I had my knitting machine, because that was how I started off these patterns. The rosebud lace was a pattern on the knitting machine, and was a one I made up myself, but it's probably not original. It's probably been made before by somebody or other. So that's a little bit, and when I finish that, the rosebud lace cardigan I'm doing, I'll be back to this one to get this one finished, because it doesn't take me very long. I can do a little baby one like this. If I start in the morning and work all day, I can finish it in one day. So that's a little bit work in progress for that as well. And then I have another little thing to show. This is a dishcloth. Now this is the Peyton's yarn that I had a little rant about the other day because it was so hard. But it actually crochets up much better than what it knits up, and it does come out softer. But this is done on a where's my crochet? I think it's 6. I did do this on a 6.5 crochet. They recommended on the label to do this on a 4mm knitting needle. Well, it just does not knit up very well on a 4mm knitting needle, and I tried it on a bigger needle and it was absolutely looked untidy because the stitches were too big for the yarn, but it was still hard like. But this is not bad, but it's just for washing dishes, so, or even you could even make face cloth with it. It's just a double crochet in English terms. I think you call it single crochet in American terms, I think. And well, I've got like lines down here. Instead of going through the two parts of the V of the stitch, I only went through the one part, the front, so it makes a nice, like a line on the pattern. I put a little edge around it as well. So that was out of what I had wound up on the ball that I pulled out from the cardigan that I was knitting. I did start it off on a 6mm crochet hook, but I got a lot of hooks I bought recently, and I'll find them in here. This one in particular, this was a 6mm one I started with, and I do not like these hooks. It was uncomfortable to work with, and it's only a short little part here that you work with, and it didn't seem to go through the yarn very well until I tried this one. And I prefer these ones because they're easier for me, but easier for my hands, and something you can do with these hooks that you can't do with these ones. When you're not working, you can put the hook through your work and leave it like that until you pick it up again. With these ones, you can stick it in, that's all you can do with them. But I have a lot of other ones. They weren't the only ones. I bought a whole set like this because I thought I'll try these ones with the handles, I suppose you'd call them handles, on. And I do not like these. I prefer these type. And I haven't got every single crochet hook in this type, the 5.5 one, so I'm going to buy a few more of them and use those ones because I do prefer those ones. I do like to do a little bit, I am a knitter, more of a knitter than a crochet, but I do like to do a little bit crochet now and again. I like to keep my hand in. So that's another little bit of a rant there about the crochet hooks. They're not my type. And my little dishcloth, and I'm going to tell you a little story about something. This is going to be my Sunday dishcloth, Sunday best. Anybody who's my age or near my age will know all about Sunday best. When we were kids, on a Sunday, we were dressed in our Sunday best. And as my mother and my father often used to tell me, I was the dirtiest kid around when we were little. So having to have Sunday best, your best dress and everything, and we couldn't go and play where we wanted to play. Like I used to like to go and build, dens and muck about in the muck and everything. That's the way I was when I was a kid. Well, we couldn't do that because I had our Sunday best and we weren't allowed to go away from the street where we lived, away from the door. We had to stay at the door, and we had to stay clean in case we got any snobby relatives to come and visit us. And my mother used to say, they're not going to see you in the state that you get in. Don't you dare go away from that front door, you stay there. So that's what used to happen on a Sunday. And not just that Sunday best, we used to have our Sunday dinner. And the Sunday best, our pudding was always tinned fruit with evaporated milk. The rest of the week we'd have things like semolina, tapioca, rice pudding, and I'd rather have those things, something sponge pudding with custard and that sort of thing. I'd rather have that, but a Sunday was always tinned fruit. That was Sunday best, was tinned fruit with evaporated milk. That I think my mother liked that because she didn't have to cook it and it was just straight out of the tin. Now I'm having a cup of tea as well while I'm sitting here talking. So we weren't really allowed to play with any of our friends, and that was Sundays for us when we were a kid. And then sometimes, you know, your snobby relatives used to come around, and our cousins were just as snobby as well, you know, and thought they were better than us. In fact, one of my snobby cousins, even to this day, she's still a snobby cousin. Me and my other cousins don't bother with her. But that was the way things were when we were children. And I used to go up, you know, as I got older, and used to go up my mother's every Saturday after I was married and had the kids and that. And I have two sisters, and we all used to meet at my mother's on a Saturday. We used to take my mother shopping, and then we all used to come back to my mother's for a cup of tea and piece of cake and thing before we all went home. And also my dad used to always be ranting on about us when we were kids and telling our kids what we were like when we were kids. When he used to start on that, he'd say, all right, bye, we are away home now. My dad used to say, you're not. He says, I'm going to tell him all about you when you were little. And one particular story he used to tell, I used to kill him every time he used to tell this story. But they used to tar the roads at one time, and they used to have those barrows with the tar in, you know, and it was heating it up, making it soft and all that. And around where I lived, they were tarring. There was this one Sunday when I managed to get away from the front street, and we're playing where they were tarring all the roads and that. And my mother says, or my dad says as well, he says, my mother nearly collapsed. He says, when you came home and you opened the front door and seen the state of me, I had tar all over me. It was in my hair, all over my clothes, stuck on my skin and everything. And actually, my dad says, you were bald that night. He says, we had to shave all your hair off. We couldn't get the tar out of your hair. And then my mother says, that's probably why you've got untidy hair now. And I say, mother, that doesn't make any difference. Your hair grows the way it grows. And when we were kids, my two youngest sisters, no, my youngest sister and my older sister, I'm the middle one. The older sister and my younger sister had lovely curly hair, and my mother used to put ringlets in their hair. And I always wanted ringlets in my hair. My mother wouldn't let me have ringlets. She wouldn't have my hair long. I always had to have my hair short. And I always used to complain, you know, it's not fair. Says you could put ringlets in Linda's hair. My mum used to say, well, we don't have to put rags in their hair. Theirs is natural. Yours isn't. Yours is messy. Yours is a little bit wavy, but it's messy. So I had to have short hair. So when I got older, old enough to have my hair the way I wanted it, I let it grow. And then I found out why my mother wouldn't let me have long hair. I have got messy hair, you know. Oh, it's all tied up, I can't show you, but there's little bits of waves here and there in it, little bit of curl. And I've lost a lot of the top actually, like my hair seems to be really thinning on the top now. And you can see my scalp when I put my head down, like, so it was a lot thicker when I was younger, but that was something as well that, you know, not until I was old enough to realise why my mother wouldn't let me have long hair. She wouldn't even let me have long hair and like plait it or anything like that. It just mine had to be short. And I look at all the photographs, the old photographs when we were kids, and my sisters with their lovely ringlets. And of course the kids these days wouldn't be seen dead with ringlets and things like that in their hair, even the kind of clothes that we wore. The kids wouldn't be seen dead in them these days, because they've got more, the younger kids these days, they've got more fashion sense than what we had, because there was no fashion when we were kids. We just wore what we were given to wear, and that was it and all about it. But a lot of them these days, they actually say what they want to wear. And I've got one or two shout outs. I'm going to give a shout out to Darlene. She's discovering knitting. And I've been looking at one or two of her videos, and she does comment on a few of mine, and she's a lovely, cheerful lady, and you really need to have a look at her her channel. I'll put the there's the link in my description box. And there's another lady called Michelle. She's what do you call it? She does a lot of shopping hauls, but she also does a bit of knitting, and she shops for wool and that as well, and shows us what she buys and that. You know, everybody likes to see what other people buy in the shopping hauls, because I've noticed whenever I put a shopping haul up, I do seem to get a lot of views on it, so people like to know what each other buys, you know. So I'll put Michelle's channel link in the description box as well, so give her a look and help them out with a few subscribers maybe. And Darlene on Discovering Knitting, she's going to be doing some giveaways in the next few weeks, so you need to have a look at her channel and see what you have to do for to be in for this for her giveaways. So that's my little bit for today, so I'm going to finish my cup of tea now and do a little bit more knitting. So I'm going to say bye for now and catch you all next time.